Today, I had someone cancel their reservation 5 minutes after showing up on my property. And you know why? You know why? Because of this. Because of a flag. A flag? It's only a flag. What is the big deal? I spent all day cleaning up for these people to make sure that my property was ready for them. I mean, how could you not feel safe staying here with God-fearing patriots like us? Not to mention that I promised my poor Fifi girl that they would have a new friend to play with today. They broke my girl's heart. It's okay, baby. I know.
So our Airbnb guest got here and canceled within 5 minutes and just left because she saw this.
I don't really understand why you're acting confused on why she left. You don't think she felt a little bit unsafe maybe staying at an Airbnb with a Trump sign displayed? That would make me feel unsafe. A Trump sign is not just about a political preference, it's more like a hostile symbol representing misogyny, homophobia, racism. And having that sign displayed at your Airbnb is basically saying, hey there, I support a man who brags about assaulting women and encouraging violence. And so when a woman books an Airbnb and sees that, especially if she's alone, she's not thinking about politics. She's thinking if she'll be safe if something goes wrong. Does the host believe in consent? Or if I have the right to make my own choices about my own body medically? And if the person doesn't believe in any of those things, how could they possibly be a safe host? And if it was any person of color or a member of the LGBTQ community, a Trump sign is basically saying you're not welcome here. So showing that you are loudly aligning yourself with a man that has mocked and threatened and literally raped women naturally would make someone afraid or nervous about staying there. And it's not really hard to understand that you're just not a safe space. And by the way, what is with the sign anyway? The election is long over. It's weird.
I'm going to sit down and I'm going to hold my hand. No, I'm not when I say this. If you have an Airbnb and you have a Trump Vance sign up, just know that some black people, some brown people, some white people, some people that love education, some people that don't like to be touched inappropriately are not going to want to stay at your Airbnb. Heaven Gate Farms or Far From Heaven Farms or whatever it was, like it's going to be a no for most of us. As a matter of fact, ma'am, if you are the one who booked this Airbnb, please make sure you do your review. Because I think a majority of us are not going to want to stay there. I, for one, am going to vote no. I am okay. I don't even want to look at your Heaven's Gate Farms, Far From Heaven Farms. I can't even remember what it is. I don't want to be there. It's a no for me. This administration doesn't like brown people, doesn't like black people, doesn't like people who are some white, some of them with disabilities, older people, people with education, none of them. Why would we want to be there? It's a no. But ma'am, please post your review, because if she takes the sign down, I still don't want to stay. I'm good. Okay, bye.
Hey, Auntie Bev here. The vocabulary word is repercussion. It's a noun. A repercussion is an unintended consequence as the result of an event or action. Now, the woman with the Airbnb didn't think there would be any repercussion when she hung her Trump Vance sign on her Airbnb property. Repercussion. Actions that have consequences. Add that word to your vocabulary bank and make it your time, your shine. Auntie Bev speaks.
It's funny how people will post things expecting to get a certain type of reaction, but then in the comment section, it's the opposite reaction. I don't think she expected to get the responses that she was getting in that comment section. Nobody felt sorry for her. I don't feel sorry for her either. And it's not because I'm some super anti-Republican or nothing like that. It's just simply when it comes to business and making money, you never involve politics and religion. If you're trying to make money, if the goal is to make money, the moment you start putting your personal beliefs out there, your political views, your religious beliefs, understand that you're going to be isolating yourself from a large portion of people. That's money coming out of your pocket. When it comes to something like an Airbnb, there's no reason why you should have anything up that's showing your political beliefs or your religious beliefs or anything like that. If your goal is to make money, that's nobody's business. You should be making that place feel inviting to everyone. And the reason why you do that is because there are people out there that will not support you just because of your political views or just because of your religion. And they have every right to do that. And that's why you just don't bring it up. Nobody needed to know that.
What's up, Equilibrium fam? Welcome back to The Vibes. Today's commentary dives into a story that might seem small at first glance, but it speaks volumes about the state of the country, identity politics, and the clash between personal belief and public business. A MAGA supporting Airbnb host was left stunned when a guest cancelled a stay and left within minutes after spotting a Trump flag on the property. But here's the real question. Are we witnessing political bias gone too far or a valid reaction to perceived hostility? Let's get into it.
And pick up the phone, but did you hear about the Airbnb host posting how upset she was because her Airbnb guest canceled within 5 minutes of being at the property? So boom, she does this pan over the property and it looks like very cozy. And I'm like, what's going on? What made this lady leave or these people to leave? Then the barn, and then she said that she could not stay in a place with this. And she pans to a Trump Vance 2024 sign on the gate of the property. So she posted it and she thought that the people in the comments were going to be like, how dare she do that? Meanwhile, it was the total opposite. They are lighting her ass up in the comments. Somebody in the comments was like, I wouldn't feel safe there either. Right on. It's beautiful. So I'm going to tag her actually in the comments. So go over there and take a look. Okay, bye.
As a Black woman who lives in North Carolina, who's very familiar with Asheville and Buncombe County, I can tell you this is not just a sign. This is not just politics. It's not just a vote. It's a warning sign. And you know exactly who it's warning. This sign says, you don't want me here. This sign says, you love to return to a time where people like me had to use the back door and couldn't even stay here. And it says, if something happens to me on this property, I better not count on anybody coming to help. You can pretend it's about the economy. You can lie to yourself and say it's about freedom. But this sign screams white comfort over Black safety every damn time. So let's be real. You're not trying to host. You're trying to post up with that same energy that built sundown towns, lynched my people, and burned crosses. You just traded your hood and robe for this sign and a front porch. So no, I wouldn't stay. I wouldn't unpack. And at this point, I'm glad you put this out here because I wouldn't even book your Airbnb. Your yard sign says I'm not safe, and I believe it. And no, I'm not scared, but I'm not stupid either. So I hope many others take note of the name of your company and where it is so they don't book either.
If you are an Airbnb host and decide that you want to proudly display your Trump and Vance sign, you need to be prepared for people to roll the fuck out. And instead, you posted videos saying, oh, a guest came up and immediately left. And then you zoom into the reason that she left. I'm sorry, you think she was going to feel safe on your farm that's sitting out in the middle of nowhere? No, what we would need is for you to put in your Airbnb description that you are part of MAGA, that you are a Trump and Vance supporter. If not, be prepared for people to roll the fuck out. I don't care about you posting, baby, the comments in that video, people are like 1000%. Get the hell out of there. I don't want to come. You're not going to take my money. And you support Donald Trump. Either take your sign down or be prepared for people to leave. And I hope that guest writes a review for the reasons why she left and why she canceled.
Airbnb host who said that her guest canceled 5 minutes after arriving because they noticed she had a Trump sign, well, she ended up getting a shit ton of backlash, but she left this comment on another creator's video. And the thing is, you were trying to be petty. She has then deleted the comment and uploaded a new TikTok saying that she was going to remove the sign. At this point, keep the fucking sign. Like, we all know you're a Trump supporter. Keep the sign. You want cool. That is, you know, as an American, that was your choice. My thing is, we want to know who you voted for so that we don't spend our fucking money there, okay? I can guarantee you a lot of people will not be spending their money anywhere where they know that a Trump supporter voted for Trump, because why would we? Why would we want to? And then there are people in the comments that's like, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. For me, porque soy mexicana, it is that fucking serious, and it has always been that fucking serious. For the people who are like, it's not that serious, it's just an Airbnb, y'all are messing with her money, do you not understand families are literally being ripped apart? Always been that fucking serious, and it will always be that serious.
So our Airbnb guest got here and canceled within 5 minutes and just left. So there was no way that she could stay somewhere like this because she saw this. And she got in her car and drove away.
Well, good for her. I mean, these businesses need to realize that, hey, you know, if you stand for something and if it's me and I don't support that, I'm not giving you my money. And that's exactly what happened here. She's seen that sign and it was like, actually, you know what? I'm out. And if you actually go to the comment section of that video, you'll see a bunch of people explaining that to this lady. It's like, hey, no need to cry. I mean, you put up the sign, you're going to have to expect that. I mean, God forbid somebody has morals and actually stands for their morals and will actually leave if they feel like that's going against it.
So this woman who helps run this farm, I don't follow her page, but I happen to come across, it came up on my For You page, which I don't know why, has an Airbnb at her farm. And you know what? I got to give it to her. It's a very cute idea. Very brilliant and wonderful idea. Very cute to have the Airbnb, especially if you're the type of person that likes farms. I like farms. I used to have a farm, so I like farms. But baby, I would have done the same thing. Someone who does not align with those beliefs of that sign that you had up there, I would have canceled too. Because you're not safe living there. No. Even if, and this is the thing, I'm not Democrat, I'm not independent, I'm not Republican, I'm nonpartisan. I go for the person who is right for the job. The person whose beliefs or what they say they gonna do aligns with what I believe. Who is for the good of all. Yeah, ma'am. I would have left too. And you know, you seem to be shocked. But when you run a business, you know, it's business acumen, 101, not to have a sign like that on your business and to keep your beliefs to yourself. It's business. Honey, economics over emotions is business. This one is so hard for me to understand why you don't understand this concept, to the point that you posted it. This is the thing that gets me. You posted it online, expecting people to side with you or to feel bad for you that somebody canceled in the first 5 minutes. That's what was supposed to happen. Don't nobody want to give any money to the people who run this administration. And if you're in support of them, that's what America is about. You have the freedom to like who you want to like, just like we have the freedom to not give you any money. It works both ways. Yeah. Just saying.
Oh, so now you're doubling down? But I thought you were confused on why a woman would immediately cancel her Airbnb stay with you after seeing that Trump sign displayed on your property. After hundreds of people, myself included, explained it to you, you decided to make more content highlighting the fact that you support a rapist and a felon? Now I'm confused. But you were never confused, were you? You were just fishing for sympathy and trying to play the victim. And now, instead of reflecting, you've decided to proudly advertise exactly who you are. And it's exactly as we all expected you to be. You are openly aligning yourself with a man who brags about assaulting women. He incites bigotry, supports policies that harm marginalized communities, and has literally done everything he can to oppress women. That woman leaving was the best possible thing that she could have done. Your property is not a safe space, not even for conservative and Republican women. You ladies are not safe either. So the next time someone cancels your Airbnb because they see that sign, it's because they're thinking, that woman supports someone who thinks assault is a joke and women's rights are negotiable. And now you've confirmed it. You are exactly who we thought you were.
Welcome back, fam. So, the flag is more than a flag. The host claims to be confused about why the guest left so quickly. She saw the flag and just cancelled. But let's be honest. In 2025, a Trump sign is not just a political statement, it's a symbol charged with social meaning. To many, that red flag doesn't say Republican, it says misogyny is tolerated here. LGBTQ plus folks, you are not safe. If you're a person of color, brace yourself. And to the guests who might have been a woman traveling alone, that flag wasn't just decor. It was a warning sign. Will this host respect my bodily autonomy? Will I be safe if something goes wrong? That's not politics. That's basic human safety. Now, running an Airbnb isn't just about a clean bed and cozy lights. It's hospitality. And hospitality by nature demands people feel welcome. Putting up a MAGA flag at your rental is the opposite of inclusive business practice. You wouldn't put up a Confederate flag and expect everyone to feel safe. You wouldn't post "No immigrants allowed" and wonder why bookings plummet. And here's where we really zoom in. You are not just running a home, you are running a business. Business 101 says, don't alienate your customer base. The host has every right to fly that flag, that's America. But the guest also has every right to leave, that's also America. You can believe in whatever ideology you want, but don't expect those beliefs to be free from consequence, especially when you're running a consumer-facing service. Freedom of speech? Sure, but the market has its own freedom too, to walk away. And the irony, the host chose to post this online, clearly expecting sympathy, but instead, what she got was a real-time lesson in what people now associate with MAGA branding: fear, exclusion, hostility. So, let's talk about the branding. MAGA has become less of a political movement and more of a social identity rooted in grievance, exclusion, and nostalgia for a version of America that only ever worked for a select few. You can't brand your farm, your property, your home, or your business around that and expect the masses to flock to it. Imagine if a business hung a sign that read, "Only Christians welcome," or "We stand with anti-vax freedom." That's legal speech, but it narrows your customer base dramatically. It's not just about being politically correct, it's about understanding your audience. The guest didn't leave because she hated Republicans. She likely left because she felt unsafe. And safety is a basic expectation, not a luxury. And let's be real, when a political ideology includes leaders who mock women, cheer for violence, deny science, and demonize immigrants, then anyone outside that cycle will feel like they don't belong. The guest walking out wasn't political, it was instinctual self-preservation. So to the MAGA Airbnb host wondering why people leave, it's not because they hate your views, it's because your branding tells them they are not safe in your space. And when people feel unsafe, they protect themselves by walking away. You can't fly a flag that says, I support oppression, and then act confused when oppressed people avoid you. Ecorum Farm, drop your thoughts in the comments. Will you cancel your stay if you saw a Trump sign at a rental? Or do you think it's just politics and no big deal? As always, stay safe, stay smart, and keep those vibes real. Echo Room signing off.